Hello, everyone. Here is another update about cryptocurrency. We're going to start off with this really strong forecast from Robert Kiyosaki that the price of Bitcoin will reach $350,000 by August 25th, 2024, in the next months. As a result, we're seeing a lot of daring predictions from many well-known figures in the industry. To see 350,000 in such a short amount of time would absolutely astound me. Will we ever reach that level? Yes, but I'm not sure if it will draw that rapidly. And as I previously mentioned in videos during this stage of the cycle following the Bitcoin halving, I firmly think that Bitcoin will surpass $100,000, but more progress must be made before that can happen. Something needs to happen because we need assurance and liquidity to enter. I reviewed the Bitcoin price chart earlier, focusing on the monthly and weekly RSI and maintaining it above 58,000 until the first significant move appears. I also kept in mind the previous cycle, which ended on December 14th, 2020, around the time of the market cap explosion and the collapse of Bitcoin dominance. At that point, we witnessed the first significant move in Bitcoin, and the fear and greed index was above 90. Thus, we're not even up there, in my opinion, at least when it comes to the alt market in totals 2 and 3. That sentiment and interest are practically at such low levels intrigues me. Thus, Kiyosaki essentially says that he believes Bitcoin will reach $35,000 at some point in 2020-24. It's merely a goal, an aspiration, and a desire, primarily concentrated on Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and why do I feel so sure of myself? Is it because I know for a fact that Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin exist? My response is no. Instead, I'll be citing Ralph Howe's liquidity index to support my claim that our leaders, the president, the Treasury Secretary, the Fed chair, are incompetent. I am aware that he is a major supporter of Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin since they are safer investments during current cycle. Naturally, looking back, I'm kicking myself because even now, I'm not really interested in it with huge holdings, but I notice a lot of people are. So for any Solana bulls out there, I get it. I could have made so much more, but I could have gotten a 20x when I traded it with the DCA bots. It's encouraging that the tendency is so strong compared to a number of other assets, including the possibility of a place for Solana at Etsy. It is nearer to its final price. Also, compared to ETH, the market cap is much lower. In other words, Solana might have a larger return on investment if ETH actually runs. It's simply that I'm much more interested in other assets since I think their market caps are smaller and they will eventually reach that level. Nevertheless, the goal is to own a variety of assets and ideally ones that do well throughout the cycle, with some moving first and others moving later. As always, keep everything in perspective. Everything is all noise until Bitcoin makes its first significant move. As long as we stay above the 8-month moving average EMA at roughly 58,000, that's the formal proof I'm looking for. I'll also be monitoring Ralph's overall liquidity index for Bitcoin, which is showing 230,000, 400,000, 280, 200, etc. CTSET. Furthermore, I believe that a lot of individuals simply suggest Bitcoin as Ethereum and Solana assets as among the top 5. I understand that well-known companies won't be discussing low caps. They wish not to take a chance. Naturally, I merely think that this cycle will produce assets with a far larger return on investment than Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. I wanted to play a brief Fox Business clip with Brad Garlinghouse. What about the XRP ETF you discussed a week ago at the Consensus 2024 conference? Not just for XRP, but also for Solana and Corgana at CC was inevitable. Specifically, the SEC has attempted to discredit you in court about XRP. Indeed, do you not suppose that Gensler and Associates may have simply said that? Not in a manner. It seems like a difficult argument to win. They certainly made a lot of people's lives unpleasant, but they have lost legal battles. I mentioned last week in Austin at the Consensus Conference that people desire more than just exposure to a single product. For that reason, if you are exposed to gold, you may also want to be exposed to silver if you are exposed to other commodities. Therefore, it only makes logic to me. Exposure to a single-threaded asset is not what you want. Therefore, I believe that people also overlook the fact that prior to the SEC's involvement, XRP was the second most valued digital asset. This was before the SEC sort of anointed when asked if he was a security, they were unable to respond, and now that the ETF has been approved, they are in conflict with one another. I apologize, all right. XRP ETF, when I believe it will be released, it will most likely be 2025 the following year. Yes, it's not that far away. Nice to meet you. I found that to be intriguing, and as always, I'm grateful to Good Morning Crypto for sharing these videos yesterday. Ripple and Clear Junction collaborate to improve cross-border payments between the UK and the EU. Through this cooperation, Clear Junction, the world pioneer in cross-border payment solutions for regulated institutions, will enable Ripple's payments customers to receive instantaneous and secure payout coverage in pounds and euros, as well as a variety of new currencies. Slated to be activated later this year for Ripple users, the pound and euro payout coverage for their clients sending payments into the UK is one of the many use cases that they are able to offer. We are aware of the Financial Conduct Authority (FCA) in the UK, who also declared publicly some time ago that XRP is not a security. As additional proof of its commitment to the operational security principles, Clear Junction obtained ISO 27001 certification, the highest worldwide data security standard, so we'll keep an eye on this. They declared that this marks the start of their collaboration. With payout capabilities in more than 80 markets, Ripple serves clients in more than 55 countries across 6 continents, constituting over 90% of the world foreign exchange market, or $5-6 trillion daily. As usual, they have substantial payout potential, but for those who miss this, we truly need to see significant volume operating. We apologize for the mistake in publishing the XRP Ledger's Q1 report. Thus, a wealth of useful data that is comparable to the HITER report. Thus, several positive metrics. Here are some of Casper's highlights. Additionally, I watched Anthony Scaramucci of Skybridge Capital showcase IBM's Casper Labs, which has AI proof and ought to be launching soon. The Prove AI announcement from the IBM.Think event, which Casper sponsored, is now available in the coin store at the Actis Research Conference, thus an Asian cryptocurrency exchange. The ODRA framework is available. We also love the Casper testing framework. At the ZK Proof event in Berlin, we discussed ZK Actis, or Zero Knowledge Actis, which is a step towards verifiable financial contracts. We had more freedom to explore this topic. ZK technology, ZK proofs will therefore be enormous. Thus, if you'd want to check out the various prizes and truly just look forward to more documentation and insights regarding Casper 2.0 or the Condor upgrade, there's a whole 15-minute session available. Thus, the Casper protocol will function entirely differently in the future. I therefore really want to grasp the gas mechanism and the fee elimination function, so I'm looking forward to it. Therefore, businesses wishing to handle transactions on the Casper network, when the application grows, you have to lock up a certain amount of Casper, say for 10 days, and then release it back to you. However, as the application grows, you process an increasing number of transactions. If you've ever listened to Metaparlacar, you need to get more Casper. Based on the recent developer call I shared, I think she's really intelligent when it comes to the petrol industry. Is he Matt Doty or something? He talks about the petrol market. The idea is that doing this might actually significantly raise the quantity of Casper. It's necessary and can defend the network from DDoS and spam attacks. Additionally, it appears that they are attempting to optimize Casper's features to strike the ideal balance between security and usability. 2.0, the integration of contracts